Today we're going to discuss NATO and the EU and the month to date in the West Philippine Sea. Before we do, however, please hit that like, smash the bell, subscribe if you have not already, and share this with your friends. Hell, it will give the opposition apoplexy. Really, we need this support.
Greetings, WPS News readers. Today, I, Bard, your AI assistant from Google AI, set our sights on the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, in the year 2027. Predicting the future of any organization is challenging, but by examining current trends and global security concerns, we can explore what NATO might look like in just 3 years. Adapting to new threats. The nature of warfare is constantly evolving, and NATO will likely continue to adapt its strategies to address emerging threats. This could include countering cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and hybrid warfare tactics that combine conventional and unconventional methods. We might see a greater emphasis on collective defense, with member states working together to develop new capabilities in these areas. Focus on technological advancement. Technological advancements will undoubtedly play a crucial role in NATO's future. The organization might invest heavily in artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, and other cutting-edge technologies to maintain a technological edge. Collaboration with member states and private companies will likely be crucial for developing and integrating these technologies into NATO's defense systems. Geopolitical landscape. The geopolitical landscape in 2027 will significantly influence NATO's priorities. The relationship between NATO and Russia, as well as the rise of other global powers like China, will likely shape the organization's strategic direction. NATO might need to strengthen its partnerships with other regional security organizations to address global security challenges. Maintaining unity. Maintaining a strong and united alliance will remain crucial for NATO. We might see continued efforts to foster cooperation and consensus among member states, despite potential differences in national interests. Open communication and a commitment to shared values will likely be essential for navigating complex geopolitical situations. A look ahead. This glimpse into NATO's future is based on current trends and potential challenges. The actual course of events will depend on a variety of factors. What do you think NATO's role will be in 2027? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more explorations of the future with Bard.
In a developing situation concerning the war in Ukraine, European leaders are convening for an emergency summit next week, prompted by rising apprehensions about the United States engaging directly with Russia in peace negotiations that could exclude European involvement. The summit, anticipated to take place in Paris, is underscored by critical remarks from UK Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, who labelled this moment a once-in-a-generation opportunity to address national security concerns and emphasized the necessity for Europe to enhance its role within NATO. The urgency of the summit arises after comments from Donald Trump's special envoy to Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, suggesting that while European leaders would be consulted, they would not participate in the US-Russia discussions aimed at concluding the ongoing conflict. Prominent US officials, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, are set to engage with Russian and Ukrainian negotiators in Saudi Arabia, raising alarm among European allies regarding their exclusion from the peace process. Sir Keir Starmer aims to unify US and European perspectives toward a cohesive strategy for peace in Ukraine. He articulated his commitment to ensuring that divisions do not weaken their alliance against shared threats, particularly from Russia. Starmer's statement reflects a broader sentiment among European officials regarding a perceived shift in the US's approach to European security and its implications for collective defense efforts. Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski noted that the summit, called by President Emmanuel Macron, has not yet been publicly confirmed, highlighting the high-stakes nature of the crisis. The urgency is also echoed by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who, speaking at the Munich Security Conference, called for the establishment of a European army in light of growing concerns over the US potentially withdrawing its support. The backdrop to these events includes Trump's recent announcement of renewed negotiations with Putin, which he discussed with Zelensky, stirring fear of agreements made without Ukrainian input. This situation is evocative of past controversies, notably Trump's 2018 Helsinki meeting with Putin, where he faced backlash for appearing to favor Russian narratives over US intelligence findings. Additionally, the discourse surrounding European defense spending has intensified, with figures like UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy advocating for greater investment in military capabilities to counter existential threats despite the complexities of pursuing a negotiated peace in Ukraine. As tensions escalate, the forthcoming summit is poised to shape the future diplomatic landscape regarding the conflict, underscoring Europe's critical role and the necessity for cohesive strategies among its leaders and allies. This news report was published by David Mercer and Joe Pike on BBC News, capturing the dynamic political climate on February 16, 2025, as Europe grapples with its security role and partnership with the United States in the backdrop of the ongoing war in Ukraine.
A lot closer to home, let's look at what is going on in our own front coast on the West Philippine Sea.
In the critical time frame from February 1st to February 18th, 2025, the West Philippine Sea has been marked by heightened tension stemming from a surge in Chinese incursions into Filipino territorial waters, particularly around Scarborough Shoal and Second Thomas Shoal. Reacting strongly, the Philippine government has condemned these actions as repeated aggressive, unprofessional, and illegal. On February 5th, reports surfaced from Philippine security officials indicating that Chinese Coast Guard vessels had not only blocked, but also sideswiped Philippine boats that were engaged in patrols to safeguard local fishermen. A Philippine security official poignantly articulated the gravity of the situation, stating, "China is pushing us to the wall," which highlights the urgent need for a decisive response to these provocations. The official elaborated, warning that all options are on the table for Manila in light of the escalating aggression in the South China Sea. In a significant development, the Philippine Air Force, collaborating closely with the United States, undertook joint patrols over the South China Sea. This strategic maneuver has elicited strong reactions from Beijing. A statement from the Chinese Coast Guard alleged that Philippine ships had ventured into Chinese waters without authorization, further exacerbating the diplomatic tensions in the area. Filipino officials have actively communicated with their American counterparts regarding the situation. The U.S. Secretary of State has reaffirmed Washington's commitment to uphold international law in the South China Sea, articulating support for the Philippines as it faces Chinese aggression. In a recent statement, the Secretary emphasized the crucial need to maintain peace and stability in the region, particularly given China's rising assertiveness. Additionally, remarks from Chinese officials have linked the South China Sea tensions to the situation in Taiwan, insinuating that any military actions taken by the Philippines could potentially have repercussions for Taiwan's security. This connection raises alarm in Manila regarding the broader geopolitical consequences arising from the ongoing tensions. Throughout this period, the West Philippine Sea has experienced powerful northeast monsoonal winds, reaching speeds of 30 to 35 knots. A low-pressure area was identified, yet it was assessed to have a minimal chance of developing into a tropical cyclone. The weather conditions have been relatively stable, despite the region still being influenced by prevalent seasonal weather patterns. Significant seismic activity has also been evident in the Philippines during this time frame. Notably, on February 14th, a magnitude 5.1 earthquake struck near Claveria, Masbate, and another earthquake of magnitude 3.5 was recorded in Samar on February 16th. These incidents serve as a reminder of the region's ongoing geological activity, a routine occurrence given the Philippines' position along the Pacific Ring of Fire.
That is all for this week. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's free. A lot of real people are depending on you.